Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. So, Gladys got back in, and he pretty much is sending her right back to Bridgeport where she belongs. And he said without without no uncertainty, listen, if I find out that you left, you came back for whatever odd reason, the next time I sit there and send you out for a ride is pretty much going to be the last ride that you ever have. Um, I mean, he literally just ripped her apart from everything about his own father. And the only reason why he actually allowed her to be in the family was because of his last wishes, to just the way that she has been dishonoring her own son. And of course, the whole Sasha stuff. So after pretty much just ripping her a new one, he was like, yo, listen, you're going to go with Frank and you're going to be gone. And let's just hope this is the last time we actually see each other. And she went to go try to go get her luggage, and Sonny was like, no, that's Sasha paid for that. So no, you gonna go with exactly the clothes that you got on your back at this point, and just pretty much sent her packing, which is something I knew he was gonna do. I know some people was gonna say, oh, he's gonna sit there and kill her. I was like, I get that's what people wanted. I think people honestly thought that he was going to sit there and just anyway. So that's done. Chase found out about Gregory's condition because he had some incident with a pepper spray thing going on. Tracy saw it, and Tracy thought that he was crying, that he knew about the whole thing. And so when she blurted out like, "Oh, did your father fall again?" He was like, "I'm sorry, what?" So they interrogated her until she eventually told him the truth and looked at Finn like, "You knew." So now he's pissed off at Finn, and he walks off, and the only person he should really be pissed off at is his dad. Now I know people, just like with Bo and the Beautiful, people listening to saying, well, it's up to Eric to sit there and decide on who he's going to sit there and tell his condition to, right? It's your body, you want to sit there and tell it to, but I feel like it's a very selfish one. The same thing that I have an issue with Eric, it's the same issue that I have with Gregory, is that you have loved ones, right? And every day that you don't sit there and tell them is every day that they don't get to sit there and have with you. So I personally just have a problem with that. And I know people sit there and say, but it's his choice. Yes, that's true. But in my opinion, it's a selfish one. So now he's upset. And I think he's probably upset, you know, also because of how much time that he probably lost. He might have made more time to sit there and see his dad if he knew that his dad was pretty much the clock was ticking. That's going on. You got Anna that's flipping out with Valentine about him buying a new house, not telling her, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, what? I'm like, wait. This is what you're supposed to confronting him about? Really? And you just go on and on and on and on and on. Meanwhile, we find out that you know Victor left the tarot cards with Charlotte, but also a detailed letter saying that Anna can't be trusted. Anna is pretty much just going to be the downfall of your father, and you gotta sit there and do everything you can because you don't really know Anna like I do. And I can see where she's getting her conviction from as far as whatever the hell it is that she's doing to her. How even burning down her house. Because here's the thing. We all saw it. We knew that she waited until Anna left before she decided to do that. So it wasn't like she was trying to kill her. She just wanted to make it known, like, I'm going to sit there and message you into I don't know. I get you away from my dad because now this isn't even so much. I mean, I know it probably does stem from a little bit of an abandonment issue, being shuffled around from place to place. I get that, but it's also more just about saving her dad from this woman who she thinks is now a threat to him. So I understand. I understand a little bit more. Not so much about the fact that she's just 15 and maybe she should just not be so I don't want to say clingy, but it's more than that. So now um, this episode clarified that. So the doctor's pretty much been caught red-handed. Janice is there. She actually didn't help the doctor out this time. Cody was there. Cody got released by Dante. Right when Mac found out, Mac was like, "Yo, they escape," and the officer's like, "No, Dante pretty much sent them to Ferncliff." So they pretty much at this point they all get there. Cody's there to sit there. At one point, Cody's there to sit there and try to stop the doctor, but he has a syringe to her, so he lets him walk a little bit. At some point, Sasha does knock the syringe out of his hand. Cody does fight the doctor, gets the upper hand, and Dante's there, ready to sit there and take him out. So at this point, the cops get there, right? And Max is like, what's going on? And the doctor tries to spin it around like, oh, Cody attacked me, this, that, and the third. And he tries to get Janice to back him up. But this time, Janice is like, no, like, you were literally about to sit there and inject Sasha with who knows what in that syringe. So eventually, eventually, Janice does apologize to Sasha. And I'm just like, you see, the reason why I don't accept that, and Sasha was like, "No, it's okay, it's not your fault." But I'm like, Sasha told you what that doctor was doing. Sasha told you what that doctor was doing, and instead of you telling somebody higher up, which most places would probably do, I'm assuming, because that's just something that you should do. She went right to the person that she accused and told him everything. So her whole, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. It's like, no, you knew because she told you. And even if you wasn't too sure, you should have still sat there and reported it. In all reality, I really feel like she should be fired at this point. I really do. I mean, we probably won't see much more of her, hopefully, but I would find that to be a very I'd just be a little pissed off. Like, this chick really gets to and keep her job after she knew that this doctor was doing God knows what to her, and that she even told you that, and now you're gonna come in with your little pity. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to hear all that. Ain't nobody since you're trying to hear none of that. And the last scenes, what this was the Sabrina scenes, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I really didn't care. Just for a couple of different reasons. If you're a Sabrina fan, you're gonna like the scenes. You're gonna find them cute and quirky, and I don't know what else, other kind of nice words that I just can't sit there and muster up. But I don't know. They didn't really do anything for me. They really didn't. All they did was be in the bed. All she sat there was talked about all the stuff that she did that I wish we could have saw. Oh, they went to the Met, and she got to see the paintings and this, that, and the third. It was like, man, that would have been really interesting to see. But I'm so glad that you're talking about it because that's really going to sit there and do something for me. And granted, it's not just this show. I have to tell you, YNR is actually way, 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 way worse. Um, but all that stuff that she talked about would have been nice to sit there and actually see it, not just her talking about it. Anyway, the scenes didn't really go anywhere, didn't really do much, and eventually they had to get out of bed and stop kissing and whatever else they were doing to sit there and go back to reality and drama and all the stuff that I somewhat actually find interesting about those two. Um, but for the Sabrina fans, they got their romance and I guess cute stuff or whatever. I don't know. It's just like I said, if you're a Sabrina fan, that's cool. For me, it didn't really do too much of anything for me. Um, yeah. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Wow, I actually thought I was almost done, and then I realized about Gregory and Alexis. All they pretty much was that they're doing was trying to complete one of his bucket lists, which was hot yoga, and I'm just like, why? Like when I think of hot yoga, I think of something entirely different that I can't even sit there and talk about. But all they pretty much did was look like they were sweating for like hours or whatever. It looked like it was so not fun. One of the things that Gregory wanted to do was bungee, skydive, which sounds actually really fun. Until you're probably really high in the air, but again, this sounds a lot of fun. And Alexa's like, no, let's not do that right now. I'm like, hot yoga, really? Um, he's gonna have some explaining to do when he sits there and talks to Chase. Know that much. He's gonna have some explaining to do. Um, yeah, I feel like that's pretty much about it. I can't think of anything else. If I forgot something, you know, to do, come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows, YNR, GH Days, and B&B. With that being said, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next video.